All right, let's see how our flanking assault's going. So let's just start this PBM game. This is the Flashpoint campaign Southern Storm. And hopefully it's going really well. We're approaching the north. We're trying to get around behind him and kind of hit him from the back. We do have a relatively large force. And a replay of recent events is about to happen. So of these 7 minutes, as you see, our force did get split up. Initially, there was an ATGM team. We're still trying to bait him with this smoke screen. So let's see what we get. There is still a pretty large force. We're not going to approach across this open terrain. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I want to go around and kind of just capitalize on all this cover over here. We're showing this back Waltendorf where the mouse cursor is because I imagine there's a fortified unit there, and we are absolutely correct in that assumption. As you see, there's some units kind of getting destroyed and eliminated right there. We did kind of route some artillery. There is a headquarters unit and an ATGM team in this position. We lost line of sight on them, so we're just going to keep... Oh, it looks like we moved smoke back. Right. And so basically we're covering our advance, and we're trying to get our 2 units into position. So let's pull up our unit overlay, our multi-unit. Let's view all paths. And as you see, this is our current approach. We're trying to reinforce this position right here, this mortar platoon. Mostly because there's a recon unit that did get by us, unfortunately. And so he's back here somewhere, and we're not quite sure where. If anything, he knows where all our units are at this point in time. So that's just not something we can like contend with at this moment. We're going to try and root him out with this BMP. These are mostly this is mostly a SAM system, like surface-to-air missiles. As you see, they're Iglas. But they do have a BMP with them, and hopefully we can kind of do some damage with that BMP, because I imagine their recon is a relatively light reconnaissance unit. So I'm not super concerned about it being a little overpowered or a little heavily armed. Hopefully these units start moving here in the next couple of minutes. Let's go to the unit dashboard. I wonder if we can see what our movements are currently at. 1227, so we should be moving. 1231, he should advance from this hex, and we should start moving here in a moment. So hopefully we get some more troop movement, because currently our BMP has been separated and he's outside of headquarters range. And I'm trying to get this headquarters a bit closer. So maybe we'll this might be better for us to kind of keep everyone in position, but we'll see. It's a bit challenging right now. We don't have a lot of units kind of backing us up, especially with the range of this battery. So if we show this unit's range, all right, show range rings. Right, it's a really, really effective weapon system, so there's really not a lot of reason to move it up, and I'm not sure how long it would take to move. I mean, that's really powerful. I don't really want them to come under too heavy of an attack. I believe they might have direct fire capability. I'm not quite sure. Hopefully they do. Armor piercing. I believe armor piercing is going to be more of your direct fire, so these do have the ability to, if someone comes within our range, we should be able to engage them at least at 2,000 meters. So that light reconnaissance vehicle is going to have a hard time kind of bullying us back here, so with how powerful this is. And realistically, if we were in dire straits, we could move it up and use it a bit more, a bit more tactically. Or at least at the ground level to kind of rid the battlefield of some armor. So this unit, let me take a look at him. I'm confused as to why this unit has stopped movement. So far, our only path right now is this tank. We need to get this unit back up and moving. We're going to do a move deliberate. They came under fire, and that's more than likely why they stopped, which I'm not a super big fan of that, because that really puts us behind on a lot of our things. And then 3 is going to be move assault. These last 2 are going to be move assaults. And I mean, we could break off this unit right here. He did come into... Say yes. Say apply. So did we edit those correctly? Yes, we did. So we're going to get that unit back on the road. This tank's relatively unfazed. This unit did suffer some combat. As you see, they lost 1 BMP. They also do have this. This is an anti-tank. So there is some anti-tank infantry units. A Metis with weapons... 500 to 1,000 meters, so relatively close range. Could be powerful. We could use it to root out this reconnaissance team, but we're going to use this unit right here. Our Iglas to kind of do that bidding for us. We're going to try and get all these units back on the road and into position. Just like that. screen, move deliberate, and then we'll change these two to assault, just like we did before. Right, and this is mostly a screening force. We don't have to be too overpowered or too strong, and we don't really have our tanks in position to really provide any sort of fire support. So hopefully when our tanks are in position, we can advance on OBJ. We could try and get around and do some reconnaissance back here and see if we can cut them off, but remember we'll be crossing this massive open terrain. So let's keep hammering away at that. Let's kind of... I don't really want to get too crazy with this unit. He's fine where he's at. Let's see what we can spot. Let's kind of do some deep recon. He's maintaining the roads, which I'm not the biggest fan of, so we're going to get on this roadway, go down, back, and then we'll break contact like that. And then we'll move this unit up 1 hex. No, we don't like that. So we actually need to get him off the roads. So we need to change this unit's SOP. He's moving concealment, so for some reason he really, even though he's moving concealment, he still really wants to be on those roads. So let's give him 4 so we can kind of manage it a bit better. Because I do want him to push forward a little. And that way we kind of get a little bit of control over it, so we move through these roadways and we kind of get back here. And we can just see what we're spotting, honestly. Maybe we can get some eyes into the objective. I'm not sure exactly what this hex looks like. It's kind of trees and open terrain, so it's not super concealed. But let's see what we can do. Hopefully we can either cut off in advance or maybe spot some stuff for our artillery. This BMP is kind of operating out here alone, so let's adjust his... These units aren't going to be in position until... When will this unit be in position? 13:31, and it's 12:31, so 1 hour. We can designate this unit with a screen. A hold might be a bit much. A hold means it's going to delay our next action turn by like at least 30 minutes. So if we go into hold and we try and issue another order from that, it'll be 30 minutes before he does make another move. And being out of command radius kind of is a little detrimental, and he will slow down a little bit. So that might even extend our move order, like our hold order, to like an hour. So let's go into our SOP manager real quick. And we currently have them all supporting everyone at maximum range. This close, I don't know if I want to stay as mobile as I was before, but after each fire mission, we do need to break contact. But it looks like if you have that after each fire mission, it changes their pathing, because these two units did engage. So I wonder if that was the cause of something. So let's go. Oh, let's put you at maximum range. Let's go apply. Oh, this tank's do or die. Boy, you're going to suffer a lot. Let's take a look at our SOPs for these BMP-3s real quick. I think after each fire mission is a bit too passive. After all fire missions, when the enemy is spotted, after receiving any fire or direct fire, or after taking losses. I would say after taking direct fire losses, it would be more useful. But we need to stay mobile, right? Where like the Warsaw Pact, the whole point is for us to just be mobile. So let's say after taking direct fire losses, we'll move from that position, and we'll always just have our artillery supporting us. So let's take a look at our fire support and see what's going on with our fire support right now. So we need to start thinking about our next couple of moves, our next couple of turns. We got to forward think a little bit. So we have 1, 2 currently on track, 3, that's fine. He's hitting this back line. This unit more than likely hasn't relocated yet. If he has, he would have gone either this way. I don't think he would have gone forward or retrograded that way. Going forward would be a death sentence. I do want to move this unit forward, but I don't want him... This is what we're going to do. We're going to assault. He can't assault yet because more than likely he's out of command range. Where's our HQ unit? Our HQ is moving good. He needs to get a little closer. That might be close enough to kind of operate in, but it's still a good distance. This was a mistake holding this unit back like this. Because now it's going to delay our assault. So let's see if we can kind of rectify this, get him into this position, and from here we'll push forward. Because we do need to be in position to get this 750. And we can't assault without our HQ unit at least being in a good command range. We could move deliberate, but being this close to the objective, moving deliberate might be a major, major mistake. We're going to let these ride. We're going to keep suppressing them. We're going to hit this one. We're going to hit that one. And then we'll go into a resupply. These ones I'm not so convinced of that they need to be where they are. Especially this one right here. But we will let them ride as well. Let's import our threat assessment real quick. So they're already in this position. So if they're already in this position and they're already in this position, they've actually advanced a good couple thousand meters. So a lot of this movement is depending on these units right here getting into position so we can kind of hit this flank. That's what I would like. Let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. So that artillery is going to continue to hit. We know that. Hopefully we get some more casualties, but if we don't get anything... Yep, there he goes. All right, spotted. That looks to be just like a lightly armored vehicle. No big deal. Smoke starting to dissipate. Solid hit. Let's see what we get. So 2, that could be more of a move hasty and less of a move assault. But that guy's going to have a bad time. All right, we just took him off the map. Getting lots of casualties down here. So good, we're cutting off. He's sticking to the roadways. I don't know if I would have approached this scenario the same. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. He was stacked up there. What just happened? Still hitting. 3 BMPs, claims 1 destroyed hex, conquers. We'll take a look at the combat log here in a moment. I don't know. Man, I mean, like, I guess if we want to stick to the roadways, that makes a lot of sense to me. Like, especially like an aggressive move. He has been fairly aggressive. I'm not going to lie that I didn't assume he was being overly aggressive or too aggressive. But that looks like a nightmare right there. No way, man. Absolutely not. I don't know what to think of that. Like, that's pretty something else. So, arrival hex. I'm just taking a look at this. What time is it? 12:47. Right here. So here's all our claims. So here's right here. Claims 1, Unimog, destroyed. That was with the Conquerors right here. This was with our BMP. Engage BMP. We engaged another mechanized infantry. Destroyed it. Was that a headquarters unit? Was that our headquarters unit? Or their headquarters unit? 2306. So that's where we shot from. So this is 2306. Interesting. And then we claimed anti-tank guided missile, right? That's fine. Here's all of our artillery strike right here. Claims 3 contacts destroyed. I'm going to take a screenshot of that bad boy real quick if you guys don't mind. Dang. Talk about a bad time. Like, honestly. All right, I got that screenshot. What a... I feel, man, I've been on the wrong end of Soviet artillery several times. So how do we capitalize on that movement? Let's take a look. Let's grab this battery. What we got? We got no kills up there. We relocate down to here. If anything, he's going to shatter. So let's go battery. Let's go barrage. We'll maintain suppression. And we will shell him like that. We'll commit. Let's see what we get. 30, 60. So 1, 2 if they move forward, 3 if they move back. 1255, 115, and 1335. 3 is quite a ways out. I don't think 3 is super necessary, but we'll find out. 65% key ammo. That's going to put us close to 0. So let's alternate right here. Let's put this unit on resupply. Rest and resupply. We're going to do that so we have artillery ready. So we need to think forward. We always need to think forward. So we call this unit off for a moment, and then our main battery kind of hits where we know they are, or at least are coming from, and kind of make their life a little hell. Hopefully we can get this recon in. Once this recon's in position, we can probably come around. This reconnaissance, what does he have? So this is a relatively like not like worthless, but like he's not gonna do a lot of damage to anything. He has no real firepower. He has no anti-tank capability. He's just reconning for us basically. So what I say we do is I say we try and get into one of these two hexes, or at least into this hex. That might be a little close for my blood, but let's see. So we push across the open into here, and then we might see what's funneling into that position. And then the next thing I would like to do, this unit's fine where he's at. If you can see down this roadway, which is outstanding. We show line of sight. Like perfect. Like there is no reason to move this unit. So let's adjust this unit's SOPs. And let's just say instead of after each fire mission, we say taking direct fire losses, or we just say never. We don't ever want him to relocate until he reinforces. And the reason for that is he doesn't relocate. He maintains a good line of sight right here, and it allows our units to get into this northern flank. And then hopefully in a few minutes, our other units are going to get on deck. It's hard. This is a hard mission. I'm kind of sad for whatever happens right here for him. Hopefully this smoke screen kind of keeps our units covered, and we've kind of taken the artillery pressure off of this position, but there was an ATGM team there. Hopefully it doesn't get any more pot shots on us. And let's go. All right, cool. Cool. Yeah. Have fun. I don't know what to write. I don't want to sound like a condescending dick. Send. All right, guys. That is the turn, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Peace.